I want you to look at something with me. This is my actual internet bill from last month. The number at the bottom says $137. But here's what's wild. The actual internet service is listed as $69.95. So where's the other $67 coming from? Broadcast TV fee, $24.99. Regional sports fee, $16.50. Equipment rental, $13.99. Franchise fee, $7.25. Taxes and fees, another $8. I'm paying almost twice what the service actually costs in random fees they just added. And that's a normal bill now. Back in 1995, my parents paid $30 a month for dial-up internet and maybe another $30 for basic cable. $60 total. Same house, same street. But somehow, in 30 years, the bill more than doubled, even though the internet got cheaper to provide. Today, I'm walking you through how we got here, why your bill keeps going up even when you're not changing anything. And yeah, I'll give you some actual ways to fight back, because these companies are counting on you just paying whatever they charge. Let's break down how this happened. 1995. You wanted internet at home, you called AOL or CompuServe for some local dial-up provider. They charged about $20 to $30 a month. You got that horrible screeching dial-up sound, couldn't use the phone while you were online, took 3 minutes to load a single image, but it was $30. If you wanted TV, that was separate. Basic cable was another $30 to $40, maybe 50 channels. HBO was extra. That was it. You paid around $60 to $70 total for internet and TV. Simple. 2 bills, 2 services. You knew exactly what you were paying for. Fast forward to 2026, my internet and streaming setup costs $137 for internet, plus Netflix at $16, plus Hulu at $18, plus HBO Max at $16, plus whatever other services I'm forgetting. We're easily at $200 a month now. And the internet is faster, sure, but it's also way cheaper for them to provide. So why does it cost so much more? Here's where things got weird. Around the early 2000s, cable companies realized they were competing with the internet. People could watch shows online. So instead of competing, they became internet providers too. Comcast, Time Warner, Cox, they owned the cables going into your house. They just started offering internet through those same cables. Then they did something clever. They started bundling. Hey, don't just get internet and TV together. Save money. And for a while, it actually was cheaper to bundle. You'd pay $80 for internet and TV together instead of $60 for internet alone. Made no sense mathematically, but that was the deal. Here's the trap, though. That bundle price was a promotional rate. 12 months, maybe 24 if you were lucky. Then it expired. Suddenly, your $80 bill became $120, then $140, then $160. And when you called to ask why, they'd say, "Oh, your promotion ended. But I can offer you this new promotion, which locked you in for another year at a slightly less terrible price." They trained us to accept that bills just go up. That's normal now. Your bill increasing 20 to 30% every year or two, we just accepted it as how things work. Meanwhile, the actual cost of providing internet to your house went down. Bandwidth got cheaper, infrastructure was already built. They're making more profit than ever while charging us more than ever. And there's basically nothing we can do about it because, and here's the thing nobody wants to say out loud, they're monopolies. Look, I know we're not supposed to get too deep into this, but let's be real. Most of you reading this have exactly one option for high-speed internet at your house. Maybe 2 if you're lucky. You've got Comcast or you've got nothing. You've got Spectrum or you've got nothing. Maybe AT&T if they felt like running fiber down your street. And they all know it. They've carved up territories like mob families in an old movie. Comcast doesn't compete with Spectrum because Comcast operates in these areas and Spectrum operates in those areas. There's no real competition. You know how you can tell? Prices are basically identical everywhere. If there was real competition, prices would vary. One company would undercut another. But nope, $60 to $80 for internet, $120 to $150 for bundles pretty much everywhere in America. Almost like they all agreed not to undercut each other, which would be illegal, but it's what happened. And even where you theoretically have options, they're not real options. Satellite internet is trash for anything other than basic browsing. DSL is so slow it might as well not exist. 5G home internet is still rolling out and has coverage issues, so you've got one real choice: pay what the cable company charges or go without internet. Try going without internet in 2026. Try getting a job without internet. Try helping your kid with homework. Try doing anything. You can't. They know you can't, so they charge whatever they want. Let's go back to my bill because this is where it gets really insulting. The base internet service is $70. Okay, fine. But then, broadcast TV fee, $25. What is that? They say it's to cover the cost of broadcast channels like ABC, NBC, CBS. But broadcast channels are free. They're over the air. You can get them with an antenna. Why am I paying $25 for free channels? Regional sports fee, $16.50. I don't watch sports. Never turned on ESPN in my life. Still paying for it. Can't opt out. Equipment rental, $14 for a modem. A modem costs $60 to buy. I've been renting for 4 years. I've paid $672 to rent a $60 piece of equipment. But if you use your own modem, they still charge you a network access fee that's almost the same amount. Franchise fee, $7.25. This is supposed to be the fee the cable company pays to the city for the right to operate. Somehow that fee got passed to us. And then taxes and fees, another $8 of random charges nobody explains. All these fees, they're not listed in the advertised price. They say internet starting at $69.95, then your actual bill is $137. It's legal deception, and it's how they've jacked up prices without technically raising the base rate. You know what makes this extra frustrating? The internet itself is basically free for them to provide now. Once the infrastructure is built, the cables in the ground, the equipment at the hub, adding one more customer costs them almost nothing. Bandwidth is cheap. They're not digging up the street every time someone signs up, but they charge like they are. They charge like internet is this scarce, expensive thing. It's not. It's essentially free to deliver after initial setup. The profit margins are insane. And they keep inventing new ways to squeeze more money out of you. Data caps, overage fees, unlimited data that's actually limited to 1.2 terabytes, which sounds like a lot until you have a family streaming in 4K. Then they charge you $10 for every 50 gigs over. It's made up. There's no cost to them for you using too much data. Bits are free. Or equipment fees, like the modem rental we talked about. Or the setup fee, $75 for them to flip a switch in their office. Or the early termination fee if you try to leave before your contract is up. They've rigged the game every possible way to extract maximum money from you while providing the bare minimum service. And customer service? Designed to frustrate you into giving up. Want to cancel? That'll be an hour on hold. Want a price reduction? 3 department transfers. They wear you down on purpose. It's not incompetence, it's strategy. Okay, complaining is fun, but you want to know what you can actually do to lower your bill. Here's what actually works. First, call them once a year, every year. Set a reminder. Call and say you're canceling. Not that you're thinking about it, that you are AR canceling. You'll get transferred to customer retention, who actually has the power to give you deals. Regular customer service can't do anything. Retention can. Tell them you're switching to competitor name, even if there isn't one. Say it confidently. They'll offer you a new promotional rate. Take it. 12 months later, repeat. It's annoying, it shouldn't be necessary, but it works. Second, buy your own modem. $60 one time instead of $14 per month forever. They'll try to scare you that it won't work or they can't support it. Ignore them. Modems are modems. Get one from their approved list if you're worried. You'll save hundreds. Third, drop the cable bundle if you're still paying for it. Just get internet, no TV. You're already paying for Netflix and Hulu and everything else anyway. The bundle is a trap. Internet only, promotional rate, 12 months. Fourth, look into fixed wireless if it's available in your area. T-Mobile and Verizon are rolling out 5G home internet for $50 to $60 a month, no contracts, no fees. It's not everywhere yet, but if it's in your area, it's actually competitive. And the cable companies know it, which is why they're suddenly being nicer about retention deals. Fifth, document everything. Every call, write down names, dates, what they promised. When they forget about the promotional rate they offered, you have receipts. Escalate to a supervisor. Be annoying. They're counting on you not being annoying. And look, this is all stuff we shouldn't have to do. We should just pay a fair price for a service. But until someone breaks up these regional monopolies, this is what we've got. So you either play the game or you get screwed. Internet used to cost $30 in 1995. Now it's $150 with all the fees they've tacked on. Not because it costs more to provide, it costs